Well, if the news at Chelsea could not get any worse, Julian Nagelsmann will not be coming to Chelsea, as Fabrizio Romano has tweeted out saying that everything has pretty much fallen through with this manager, which really is not quite surprising because I'm sure with all the talking that's going on behind the boards with everyone at Chelsea, with Nagelsmann, that they were kind of going back and forth trying to figure something out. And I'm pretty positive Nagelsmann was looking at what Chelsea has done with their project this season, and it's been just chaotic, disastrous. And for a manager such as his caliber, who's been doing quite well, this would almost be like taking a step back. Now, obviously, I was high hopes for this manager coming in, but again, this will not happen, which now means that we're down to Poch, which seems like he's going to be our first candidate as of now, Vincent Kompany, and possibly still Jose Mourinho yet, which, again, I'm not 100% sure on that one as well, but we're going to go with Poch, which, as of right now, I'm not too sure how I feel about this because, yes, being an ex-Tottenham manager, I'm not really a fan of any Tottenham player or manager. But Pochettino would make most sense, I guess, now looking at this, because with all the younger players we had, we recall back in 2016, 17, I can't remember the exact date, with him, with Tottenham, with that such young squad making to the Champions League final, he really had Tottenham play quite well. Now, you could argue that he did not win anything at Tottenham, but we've seen countless managers go to Tottenham and not win anything. Jose Mourinho, Antonio Conte, just the last two to name a few managers that have not won anything. And the list goes on and on for managers at Tottenham because they are classic bottlers. It's not the manager, it's the entire squad, the entire team that just keeps bottling it. And therefore, again, Pochettino, hopefully we can get rid of that whole can't win anything with Tottenham and do it with Chelsea. Now, obviously, he did go to PSG in between this stint if he does come to Chelsea and did win the league with PSG. Now, obviously, that's not that big of an accomplishment. PSG having Messi, Neymar, Mbappe, all these players, you are expected to win the league with all those players. If you do not, that's obviously showing that you are not a class manager. And they did do that. And PSG obviously got knocked out of the Champions League multiple times. This happens every year with PSG. It's the same with like Tottenham not winning anything. PSG will get knocked out of the Champions League. So again, I'm not going to question Poch on how he did there as well with that, because like I said, there's been other managers that have gone there. Even Thomas Tuchel, who won the Champions League for us with Chelsea, did not win a PSG Champions League with them. Did make it to the final, but did not win it with them. So that being said, it'll be very, very interesting to see how this turns out for Pochettino, because with such a young squad, that more likely means that a lot of players are going to be on their way out if he is our manager. Now, obviously, this is not set in stone yet. We're probably going to brief, I should say, more managers and see who we can also find and look at, because Luis Enrique is also out of the picture as well. So therefore, again, Poch is the main driver right now to be Chelsea's #1 manager. And if that is the case, you got to assume that Ziyech is going to be gone, Kovacic is going to be gone, Aubameyang is going to be gone. A lot of these players that I really should not be at Chelsea. Kovacic should be at Chelsea, but there's been rumors with him going to Manchester City, so that's why I'm saying that. But really, when you're looking at the rest of these players, he's going to do his best to get these younger players playing well, which is going to be good news for academy players, but also Levi Colwill, who really is still going to be an upcoming player for Chelsea. He's been doing quite well at Brighton, and therefore, again, this could be a little bit of a shining light for a player such as him and a few of our other younger players who haven't been playing too much with our starting 11, because with Poch coming in, he's more likely going to be using some of these younger players, get them developed, playing with the starting 11, and therefore, again, getting us firing on all cylinders and getting us playing like a whole team and actually having tactics, which could be massive. On top of that, the other thing that we could be looking at there is that he could be pulling some players from Tottenham as well, which, again, I highly doubt that's going to happen. There's been rumors about Harry Kane coming to Chelsea. I highly, highly doubt that's going to happen. Now, obviously, I'd be more than happy to have Harry Kane come to Chelsea, even though he hasn't won anything either. But, again, I think that comes to being a Tottenham player. If he's not Tottenham, he goes somewhere else, he will win a trophy. And then, again, he's not cursed. The club itself is cursed. But I highly doubt Levy is going to sell such a quality players such as Harry Kane to a rivalry club known as Chelsea, to London teams. It's just most likely not going to happen. But there could be a few other players that could be mixed and matched from the Tottenham squad, or again, who have left and could possibly come back to follow Poch at Chelsea. So I'm still up in the air with this one, but I am a little more open now with this because with Julian Nagelsmann out of the picture, Luis Enrique out of the picture, Pochettino seems like the most qualified candidate as of right now. Like I said, there are a few other players, Vincent, Kompany, and Jose Mourinho. Now, Jose Mourinho will be an interesting factor because if he does come, obviously I do want him instead, but what he's building at Roma, I highly doubt he's going to leave that. Yes, he doesn't have the funds like he would at Chelsea, but the players at Roma just bleed for him. They will run through a brick wall for Jose Mourinho, whereas at Chelsea right now, I don't know if that would be the case, and maybe Jose Mourinho will see that and realize that this is not the opportunity for him to take and stick with Roma and keep building something with this club because he is doing something phenomenal out there, and they're in the semifinals now for Europa League. So again, Jose Mourinho has done quite a wonderful job with Roma, so therefore again he most likely will stay there. So that being said, Pochettino most likely will be our manager next season, which we will see how the fan base takes that. So that is all I have for you today in this video. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe down below. I greatly appreciate that. And comment what you think about Poch being our manager. I'll get to those comments as soon as I can. That is it, and I will see you in our next video.